So this video is going to be about open relationships and my own personal experience. So first, let me just start out by saying that way back when um, I had my, let's just say, so-called first, like, real quote, real unquote boyfriend. The reason I say real is because if you really want to say like real boyfriend, then that would be like when I was 13. But I don't really, I can't really count him because our relationship was very secretive because he was much older than me. So it wasn't like I could just be all open and with, like I had to hide him as my boyfriend. I couldn't tell anybody. Like it was basically a huge secret that I had a boyfriend that was much older than me. So I can't really count him because we never really could have a real good relationship because it's not like we could go out on dates or you know have like a life together. Like I couldn't like move in with him, and you know what I mean. Like it was very very hidden. I'd have to like sneak around to see him and stuff. But anyway, so yeah, my first so-called real boyfriend, and this is like someone that actually lived with me, and it wasn't just some like stupid high school guy that just had sex with me. This is like a real type relationship. So let me just say that my first real boyfriend that lived with me, um, the thing is, okay, he would cheat on me and then he would lie about it. And I did not like that at all. And I'll tell you why. Because I was paying all the bills. He was driving my car. He would stay out late at night and fuck girls, okay? And then he'd come home really late. And I just felt like it was totally unfair because here he is totally living off of me. I'm paying all the bills. I'm paying everything. I'm buying his food. I'm basically, he's like, it's like I'm taking care of this guy. And he's like, he's old enough that he should have had a job and he should have took care of himself instead of like living off of me. And then to make it even worse, he would cheat on me and then lie about it. He'd stay out late at night with my car. So, yeah, that wasn't a very good relationship. And we were together for about 3 years, I believe. That's usually my average time with relationships is about 3 years, it seems. So, yeah. So I finally had enough of his cheating and lying about it. So one day I just told him he needed to leave, that we were done and he had to pack his clothes and get out of my house. So I did, at that time I was not a sex worker. However, um, I did do nude modeling and I did train horses. So I was making quite a bit of money at the time and he had no job. So that one was done with. Um, yeah. So then my second real relationship, which is my next boyfriend, that actual boyfriend that actually we lived together for about 3 or 4 years. The first year we didn't live together, and then the next 3 years we lived together. And he was actually gay. Um, he identified mostly as gay. I say mostly because, well, he was with me, and even though I have a large clit, I'm not necessarily a guy. I just have a big clit. So what? Um, I knew that he was when we met. He was actually working in the porn industry. He did gay porn, and the thing is, um, he had a weird fetish, and that was he was into straight guys with muscles. So he liked to date swingers. That was his thing. On other than doing gay porn, he liked to be with straight guys that were swingers that had wives. So I didn't like that. And so he wasn't really like living off me, but I mean, there was one time when we lived on the beach in Laguna and he was paying the rent, and there was another time he was living with me in my house and I was paying the rent. So we kind of like, did it like he would like first he would like take charge and pay everything, and then or I would take charge and pay everything. But either way, it was very fair. I'd say a very fair relationship. And our my deal with him was I didn't care if he wanted to go out at night and fuck other guys. And as far as sex work went, that was fine too. As long as he came home every night, that's all I cared about. I just didn't want him to be out all night. I wanted him to be home with me at night. Other than that, everything was fine. And I really didn't want him being with swingers because I didn't like the idea of him sleeping with uh, guys' wives or whatever. Um, I feel like that's too dangerous. Like I didn't trust him enough, I guess. I thought like he might not use a condom. And I know for a fact in his videos, they always use gay porn. They always use condoms. At least the ones that he did, they use condoms. So I didn't have to worry about that. And I know for a fact he would never. Actually, he was a top, but he always used condoms, like always. Not to say he never bought them, but he would never like do it without a condom. I trusted him that much. The thing I didn't trust him on was being with guys' wives or something. Like I did not trust that at all. So that was totally off limits. He could not do that. And I've never had a disease, and I don't ever plan to. So yeah. Again, our relationship was good. It was better than the first one. We even did sex work together. Um, we would do shows for people. Um, yeah, so I'm just trying to think. I'm thinking that now that I think about the relationship we had, I think I was probably a little bit too controlling. Um, and that's kind of what made him leave. Actually, I would have probably still been with him to this day. He was very cute, and I'll probably never find anyone like him ever. And um, he was totally good with me being a sex worker. He actually liked the idea of that, and I actually liked the idea of him being a sex worker because I'm weird. But um, I mean, why is it like in this society? It seems like it's more acceptable for a guy to get off on watching two women, but it's not that acceptable. I mean, I could be wrong, but it doesn't seem as acceptable as if a girl likes to watch two guys. That seems to be like really taboo or something. But yet it does happen. I know I'm not the only girl that likes to watch two guys. I can't be. I know I'm not the only one. Especially in the porn industry, there's girls like that will do gay porn with two gay guys, and yeah. I never did that porn, but I did actually do a couple porns with my boyfriend, but that was it. Because again, I don't want to have sex with strangers without condoms. And in straight porn, they don't use condoms. Only in gay porn, they use condoms. So yeah, that's about it for now. Um, Give me a thumbs up if you're a girl or you identify as a girl or whatever, and you like to watch two guys. I'd like to know. Take care.